Jesus Christ. I uploaded a video entitled God Isn't Real 5 days ago.
But I poop from there.
Now you do.
And admittedly, I've been very busy with work. I just got a new promotion. So I haven't been as quick to check a lot of my socials as I normally am. And I just casually checked the other day and saw that there was like 400 comments, which is a lot more than most of my videos garner. Out of those 400 comments, it became very evident very quickly reading through them that a lot of these people didn't like listen past like a minute, maybe three, into the video. I know the video is 15 minutes, and I know for people that have very smooth brains, that's really tall order to sit through all 15, but you did click on the video. You opened it. So you wanted something out of it, but I've noticed invariably with a lot of people who comment a lot of the stuff that was commented, they have a tendency as like almost like a hive mind to just the first fucking thought they just they don't, there is no investigation whatsoever. They don't try to understand who is this person, why are they saying the things they're saying, have they always said these things, any of that. They just plop their fingers right on the keyboard and just go away. Reason I'm mentioning that is because I specifically articulated in the first like minute of the video that I made it in a response to a request of a question on another video. And I very clearly explain that this is my opinion as my beliefs, why I don't believe, my lack of belief. This is a video that was specifically requested by somebody in my comments who approached me rather respectfully. They elaborated that they don't agree with me putting at the end of the videos, or the statement that is, God isn't real, because I put, and there were so many people who were like, proceeds to not give any evidence to God. I never said I had any evidence that God doesn't exist. I'm sorry if the title and the description fucked you up that much that you were unable to realize what I was doing. There was one or two that were like, oh, the grifting. Yeah, you fucking fed right into, you guys are very simple. And when I say you guys, I mean like Christians. You guys are really easy to rile up. You're really easy to grift. And I don't know why you make it so easy. Because you were in my comments telling me I was wrong. Some people were saying no one's getting angry. Dude, look at the comments. Y'all are fucking mad as fuck. I'm not. But I figured this was a great opportunity because there were some gems in there. So we are going to go on a fun journey and read them together. And learn and laugh and cuddle and cry all together. So come with me. Starting off strong. Gamma Gamma 4522 says, you are lost right off rip of the title. I personally know God is real and immediately know you're missing something. When you're tapped into God, explaining it in words will always fall short. You're expecting people to explain a being beyond what we even understand. We are and have been tainted. Our perceptions have made us create us as our own gods. Look where it's brought us. Wonderful sentence, man. Good job. So I just said, awesome. I'm glad you believe in fairy tales. You should check out Harry Potter. And then he responded with, that's your great logic, just a snarky comment. Come on, let's hear your great logical and witty comeback with some fact-based mumbo jumbo. And I just said, yeah, let me work real hard to talk to someone who believes in invisible people. Dude, you tell me that you know God is real. Proceed to provide no evidence and then get mad when I respond to you in a snarky way. And I feel my final comment summarizes that very well. What is the point with, that's why in these comments, I was just trolling y'all, just trolling, because everything that was said, I'd say excluding a few people, it was not an attempt at like any real discourse at all. It was people critiquing the base form of the video, the structure, etc., etc. This guy, I'm sorry, dude. Like, you try again. You can try again, because if you're gonna tell me that you know God is real, provide evidence. And I'm sorry, your evidence is not your personal experience, okay? Because humans are fallible, and I have met a ton of people who have hallucinations. There are some people out there, check this out, that fucking take drugs that force them to hallucinate on purpose. And they don't act as crazy as some of y'all. Moving on, we got Wise Lion 777. This guy has got the number of God in his name on YouTube. That's how you know he's the real deal. So he said, you believe in God? You just repress it like every other non-believer. You said it best. Control. You don't believe it because you can't do whatever you want, just like the Bible said. You just proved it right without even trying. Levanton, great comment, by the way, pointed out, they said, I find it absurd you claim to be able to read minds. It's also pretty arrogant to claim you know better what other people think than they do. Isn't pride a deadly sin? That was good. Mad props for that. He goes on further, and then I realized, like, because I just said, damn, you got me, bud, right in the kisser. And he goes, where did you get pal, right in the kisser? My atheist friend has used that line on me before. So that indicated to me that I'm talking to someone who just, like, doesn't understand my inflection, or it's just, it's not a good, but I'm going to try. Your argument is dog shit. The fact that you acknowledge that religion is rooted in control, but then in the same right proceed to say that, oh, well, because you don't want to be controlled by God is why you don't believe. It's kind of a stupid argument. I guess in like a simple form, I see where you're going with it. It's wrong. That's not why I don't believe. And I pointed that out in the fucking video. I explained why I don't believe. I mean, and then to tell me, oh, you're lying. All right, man. The lengths that people like yourself will go to try, and I don't know. It's always like it's this wild shit, mental fucking gymnastics to try and make yourself feel better about the fact that I won't accept what you accept. It's weird. It's fucking weird. Like, you have to be, well, you just don't understand it well enough. You haven't had a true Christian speak to you. You haven't been enlightened by God. You have to jump through so many fucking hoops instead of just accepting it doesn't make sense to them. And there's contradictions, there's holes in it. It's not representative of a belief system that helps people. It's fucking, it's damning, it's damaging, both. Whatever, man. Moving on. Sonic Vibe is another one. You contradicted yourself so many times here to fit a non-logical explanation with no good reasoning. Oh, you mean like fucking trying to tell somebody that an invisible man in the sky is fucking real? I don't need to provide a logical explanation as to why I don't think God is real. Just as you refuse to present evidence as to why I should believe your bullshit. That's my biggest issue, is none of y'all can fucking apply the same shit you try to apply to other people to yourself. It never works because your shit is full of holes. You cherry pick what you want to believe, and then when it suits your needs, you will change and adapt it. Same way as how the Bible was written. It was changed and cherry picked to adapt the times, and continues to be. Am I wrong? No. But anyway, I appreciate GB asking for examples and timestamps. And then I think he says, he's trying to say, what is it? Goetic? Gothic pictures in the back is proof he's a believer. What the fuck are you talking about? It's also crazy to me that imagery, like the shit that's in my background, fucking riles these people up. Imagery is really like, fuck. If you have anything that's representative of demons or dark stuff, they're like, ha, I got you. No, dude, I fucking like art. Sorry. You guys, on the other hand, your symbolism that has been co-opted and stolen from religions predating y'all's by millennia is fucking crazy. But y'all claim it as your own. You don't see us calling you fucking pagans and witches, which is you stole a lot of shit from them. Just saying. Moving on. This guy was pretty good. Not you, 3191. Well, I will start with one simple statement he had that is incorrect. There's no first-hand account about Jesus in the Bible. Book of James. James is Jesus' brother. Can you prove that? Can you prove that? If you actually read the Bible, you would see that James, with the rest of his brothers and sisters, hated him. In fact, Jesus' brother said he is crazy. Then James became the leader of Christianity after Jesus' resurrection and was killed for it. Why did James become a Christian? Writings tells us Jesus appeared to James after his resurrection and talked to him. Second, simple one you can prove that he mentioned Noah Ark, like singular, not Noah's, but okay. It was found. It's in Turkey. If you want me to show you other statement that shows he has no idea what he is talking about, I can. So I went on. Archaeologists suppose, like theories. We have theories. We suppositions. We make guesses. Sometimes we're wrong. They found evidence of human activity, and that's about it thus far. I haven't investigated it fully, but I hate to break it to you. Look at me when I'm saying this. Wait for the full shit to come out before you hitch your whole fucking carriage to something. Okay? Going back to the fucking James shit, I did some just like surface level research because I didn't care all that much because, again, I'm attacking your book because it's bullshit, but I don't prescribe it to be truth. So you trying to engage in debate with me about the validity of it is fucking stupid. I already don't think it's true. I think it's a fucking storybook. So the burden of proof lies in your court, not mine. I'm not making any assertions that fucking, oh, God is real. I know the title of my video said God is not real. And that's my assertion based on my beliefs, just as you have your beliefs. I'm allowed to do that. It's on my page. I can do whatever the fuck I want. But apparently it riles y'all up to come out here with whatever the fuck interpretation this is. But anyway, the surface level shit that I had, most mainstream like Christian or biblical scholars can't really agree on the shit you're talking about with James. So it's not canon in your story. It sounds like that's your interpretation. So sorry. Try again. This guy Piero Vergara 481 was a good one. I'm not reading all this. I even told him that in the comment. I said I'm not reading that, but I'm gonna make an assumption here based off of what I'm about to read a portion to you. I've met a lot of people in my life, and there are certain people that go out of their way to use certain vocabulary words that aren't necessary in the context in which we're speaking. They seem to do so to evoke this feeling in other people that they are less intelligent than. Admittedly, Piero seems very well read, very smart. Kudos to you, man. But and you'll see what I'm talking. It's just like, for what you're trying to convey, it seems like you're going above and beyond to try and convey how smart you are. When you could say everything you said in a much more simple form. And if you can't explain it simply, I'm not sure why you're doing it, But you said, I like how you knock on people who put in the necessary diligence to engage with the concept of a true God, as if to seriously explore the proposition of that being a reality, regardless of religion, is something truly comprehensible in what, a 15-minute YouTube video? No, it's not. And I believe I stipulate that several times in the video, if you watched all of it, which doesn't seem like you did based on your little tagline of ? LOL. So you put your foot in your mouth in the first 4 seconds. Sorry. It definitely does seem much easier to put forward a case against the big G, since most of the analysis needed to get to that point would really stem from a priority for one's personal acquired principles and worldview versus God's handed account. I mean, just bypass the nuance, cultural study, historical consideration of precedent, plus cause and effect, relative morality, history of involved individuals, pragmatic assessment of established ideals. Skip having to reference all that to cry emoji. You get what I'm saying, dude? Like, I get what you're basically saying. I'll boil it down for you. You're saying, why didn't you put in the effort to explain why God isn't real in a 15-minute video and instead do what you did? Because I was responding to a person's question as to why I don't feel God is real. Again, this is another example of somebody who I guess had a really hard time reaching past the title of the video. It seems like that was not the goal of the video. The goal was not to assert why God isn't real. I know the title misleading. It's YouTube, dude. I make content and its purpose is to fucking grift Christians and answer a question all in the same time. I mean, that might be a hard concept for someone like yourself. I'm sorry. But you said some shit later. God's not real because he's cringe nowadays. I don't know where you're getting that from, besides the fact that your assumptive notion that because I didn't put in the work in terms of explaining my position, which you don't have any claim to, you don't get to tell me how to explain to other people why I believe what I believe, regardless of the topic. You don't. At the end of the day as well, it's my page and I can say whatever I want, as can you. But I mean, I appreciate your comment. There's a lot of assumptions in there because it seems like you're upset that I didn't put in the work. But again, you're putting your foot in your mouth, not understanding the original intent in the video, which I clearly laid out in the first minute of the video. So, moving on. This is an argument that I fucking already talked about in another video, so I'm not even going to really hyper focus on it. I just wanted to point it out. Perhaps none of it is true, but try to imagine what things would be like in our society without the basic guidelines given throughout the Bible. Even if the whole thing is made up, I'll take it over the chaos and immorality that would prevail without it. This concept that, without the Bible, we would just exist in this fucking chaos-filled world is fucking crazy, dude. That you think morality comes from the Bible and that you need a book to tell you right and wrong, and you believe other people do too. Fucking crazy take. There's Levantin again. You know the law that a government writes has nothing to do with the Bible, do you? So, good one again. There's also a lot of these. How the hell did you end up on my homepage? How did you get here? Blah, 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 blah. Some people try to explain to these fucks that, like, when you interact, YouTube thinks that you want that and then will keep giving it to you. I get that their question is, like, why originally? It's because it was trending well. Because it was somewhere, somehow in your fucking algorithm, you clicked something that I guess you like grifting, dude. I don't fucking know what to tell you. But Garrett Bradford, I'm gonna pay you a visit because you live where I live. And I'm gonna give you a big old kiss on your mouth. These are always a fucking favorite of mine when people put like cross emojis and basically try and do like a internet exorcism or something. Like, I mean, I know he's not. He's like, bro, he's scary, and then puts up a cross. He's making a joke. But I'm using it as an example because there's literally people on fucking TikTok who would be like, I rebuke you in the net, and then put a fucking, like, they're dead serious. They're dead fucking serious. It's fucking weird, man. So, yeah, that was a good one. This one, also a favorite of mine. Edgelord speaks, but without evidence. Literally anyone who's spoken about God existing ever. You're both, I mean, the set Carlito, you're talking about what you're talking about. Edgelord, dude, I've been on the internet for a long, like over 12 years, and I chose to look like this while doing so. You calling me an edgelord is probably like the least of my concern. Like, I would venture forth the opinion that commenting that someone else is an edgelord kind of makes you an edgelord, but tomato tomato, dude. Appreciate the support in the comment though. This one was fucking great. 'Cause it was literally today I responded. We are either here by design or chance. There are only two options. Even evolution requires at least one miracle to occur, spontaneous generation of life. I said you presented two options and then undermined it by saying it requires a miracle. LOL. I was using a philosophical argument. You struck me as an intelligent person, so I thought you'd catch the irony of the argument. It's really hard to determine inflection through a YouTube comment. Just throwing that out there. Anyway, regardless of which option you choose, design versus randomness, both require at least one miracle to occur. Creation of matter ex nihilo out of nothing. I understand. You don't need to. I'm sorry, man. From there, everything can be explained, mostly by scientific theory, universal laws, etc. So if you can't explain an event using natural law, then it would appear it occurred supernaturally. Explain to me, if you will, how matter formed. You can. Sure, simulation theory, colliding universes, etc. But I repeat, nothing in science can explain the formulation of the material world out of nothing. So your rebuttal is fucking spirits? Ethereal shit? Do you understand how that makes you sound? Just because you can't explain something doesn't mean it's then this. Like that's why I had an issue with your comment, is that you boxed it. Fuck it, you left no room for fucking a discussion. You're like, it's this or this. Okay. But your fallback is miracles. It has to be miracles. You even said that only two options and they both require a miracle. Okay. You get what I'm saying, man? It's disingenuous. It's not like, and this is what I stated at the beginning of the video, is that's why I didn't really engage with any of these in the comments, because it didn't really see you. I will give you this. You like are actually trying to have somewhat of a conversation, but I do feel it's necessary to point out that I can't explain to you how fucking matter was formed. That's not my realm of expertise whatsoever. But I think it's important to note that when you're discussing these things, we can have hypothetical discussions all day, to immediately attribute it then to a supernatural fucking being that is omniscient and all powerful, and that book that we have was definitely designed and written by him, is a whole nother thing entirely. And I don't know if you're implying that, or if you're just debating with me the intricacies of God. And that's why I even said in the original video, it's so hard to cover all this shit. I was just answering a question about my beliefs. That was it. Was not purporting that I had evidence that God does not exist. Again, I know the title was a little misleading to some of you, but moving on. I always like these. I guess we'll all find out for sure once you're dead. Hope you're not wrong. That'd be pretty bad for you. Why is it necessary to try and make someone fearful to get them to believe what you believe? Have you ever asked yourself that? You know, that doesn't strike you as odd or strange. Maybe think about that a little bit. Moving on. This guy, yeah, you summarized the video. To be fair, and I think you'd agree because you seem like a reasonable guy. And I know you're not here to give a philosophical argument as to why God isn't real. But really, this was just 15 minutes of why you don't like God that is portrayed in the Bible, rather than giving any actual arguments. This is just you saying, I don't like blank, and crossing your arms expecting a theist to pander to you and give you an answer that would satisfy you personally. Yeah. What is wrong with that? I mean, I don't really see anything wrong with that, because I was expressing what I didn't like in response to a question that was already posed. I didn't really expect any response back. I know I probably posed some questions in there, but they were kind of just like redundant questions, because I know the answer I'm going to get. So the last part of what you said about give me an answer that would satisfy me personally, that's the only untrue part of that statement. But yeah, you summarized the video very well. I'm glad that you got that. I don't know what I didn't really, besides the title and the description, I don't really feel that the video was ever disingenuous in what it was supposing to be. I stated it quite clearly in the beginning. So that's why I said, oh, damn, you got me, bud. I don't. All right, moving on. I like this one because it gave me a chance to throw out a reference I haven't used in a while. I think I speak for everyone when I say this. Poser. So I was just like, you should pop in SLC Punk again for old time's sake. He's so fucking mad. My guy, you're auditioning for a role in a documentary about demented ICP fans that even ICP themselves calls nuts. Good job. I think you'll get the part. And I was like, you worked hard on that one. Proud of you. Good job, champ. Dude, man, the amount of times that people, I don't like ICP. I don't listen to it. But the fact that that is the only reference point that you have for someone that's wearing fucking clown like makeup, maybe broaden your horizons and find, like if you use like fucking Neil Diamond, maybe that I'd give you a little more credit. I've heard that one too. Fucking people using Sting, which is dated as well. But Neil Diamond, at least, you know, I don't hear that one as much. The fucking ICP man, please, like, I don't, more original. Just try a little harder. If you're gonna put in that much effort to comment, you know, I don't know. Whatever, man, teach their own. Moving on. This guy over here, Kale, with a winner. That's why God will let you stay blind to his existence. And he quotes me saying, even if he proved himself to me, I would not worship him, which I did say. You already hate God and then say he doesn't exist. That's because if he exists, then he will expose the sin in one's life. I don't know why y'all keep going back to this belief that the main reason I don't believe in your God is because then I will have to answer for the sins I've committed. Didn't everybody have sin? But some of y'all believe like that's just it's a lazy cop out. I don't know, man. It's just and it's just not true. Agnes, exactly. It's a spiritual problem at the end of the day. The contradictions he assertively claims can be explained away, and his arguments are fallacious at best. So I was just like, fellatio. Again, all that you're attacking is my belief or my lack of belief. My explanations are personal, just as your belief in your God are personal. They're always personal. Every example y'all always give is personal. So it's I don't think you're understanding the equality here that you're not sharing. But you know, Christians, man, good job. Moving on. This guy was in my comments a lot too. I really don't place a lot of stock in anybody who has a username like this because, I mean, the grifting is pathetic. One love, fool. But I did. I got you here multiple times. Multiple times. So I don't really. It doesn't really seem pathetic if it did the job that I intended it to do, does it? And I mean, you were a part of that. So thank you. Appreciate the support. Moving on. I'll run through a couple basic ones. This man looks very happy and fulfilled with his life. I should listen to him. Said no one ever. You still clicked on the video though, so obviously what I'm doing appearance-wise is working. Whether it's resulting in you being judgmental and assumptive is irrelevant to me because this is purposeful. That's why I've continued to do it for as long as I have. But okay, you also got Hillary for prison in your fucking. Better not make politics your whole personality, son. Moving on. While we're at it, we'll just grab another one from him. 4 minutes in, there has not been one philosophical argument against God's existence. You're just listing things you don't like. Laugh my ass off. Clickbait goes burr. Because it fucking sure does, you fucking smooth-brained child. I said in the very beginning that I was explaining to someone why I don't believe in God. I did not purport to be about to present philosophical, earth-shattering evidence to why God doesn't exist. Never once. So apparently you missed that at 4 minutes in. I don't know what to tell you, but good job, buddy. These are always fun to me. LOL, this is an adult. Look at this and just think. This is an actual adult. Kind of the same concept as like seeing something you don't like and taking the 5 seconds out of your day that could have been spent anywhere else just to tell me that or tell other people because you're hoping that other people will like you got one like in that, man. The comment didn't even perform that well. So I mean, I don't know. It's kind of contradictory because a well-adjusted person doesn't go out of their way to try and like put down other people. They just don't. You can point out things that you may not like, but when you're trying to belittle somebody badly, I might add, um, it just doesn't seem like you're coming from a good place. So it makes me want to like, what's going on with you, bud? Are you okay? Do you want to talk about something? Trauma? Lose your job? Your wife not love you? Something going on? I'm here for you. I'm lying. I don't care. Moving on. This one was a personal favorite. The Geo said,
show some more respect to the ones that pay with their valuable time to watch a video of yours. Read next time thoroughly about the subject you're going to present your antithesis on. And if it's about something so sensitive as religion, make sure you own the subject. At this point, you are the one that owes us the minutes we wasted,
spelled Waisted,
on your video. And just to make sure the any publicity is good publicity mantra is for the ones that are accomplished, not for the ones that are trying to come out of the deep abyss of YouTube.
The fuck are you talking about, man? In terms of the last part, I got everything else. I'm not trying to come out of the deep abyss of anything. I've been on YouTube for fucking years. Let the channel die, come back. I run fucking like 6 goddamn social pages, dude. You need to learn how to spell wasted. I pointed that out. And then him doing the Doge meme was funny. You didn't expect more, but seriously, lay Queen on the ground level and let the others like. So your attempt at saying that like, oh, everything I said is null and void because I didn't structure it the way you would like, and that you wasted your time. You clicked on it. You could have clicked off at any point, but it upset you enough to leave 2 fucking comments. So mission accomplished on my end still. Okay, I don't see why this is hard. It was really for one person. And then if anybody else wanted to chime in and share their experiences, by all means. But never once again, I'm going to iterate, I never purported to have damning evidence as to why God wasn't real. I think you could tell from anybody who is able to read context clues by the first like 33 minutes of the video that it's very off the cuff. I'm not reading from lines. That's how most of my content is very off the cuff and improv, just off the top of my head. I think that's more natural. I think it's more authentic, and it's not fucking rudimentary bullshit. That's just how I operate. If you don't like that, then this channel's not for you. I don't know what else to tell you, man. So have a good one. This guy is a fucking gem from the bowels of the internet, very obviously. I just want to show you something real quick. All right, check it out. He was fucking in there, man. I think he contributed to like a good portion of the comments throughout. There's more. I didn't even screenshot all of them because I just got tired of doing it. There was 12 there, and then there's these, but feel free to go back and look. Anyway, the dude wants you to know, if you disagree, that you're a Reddit bro. You're fucking stupid. You're a lol cow. Tells other people what they are while exhibiting the same behavior that he's prescribing to other people. But anyway, let's just dive in.
Woe doesn't even believe in God, but will pretend that ghosts aren't of a spiritual realm he would never believe in. I get it, fiction, but it's just so funny to see the same guy who wags on the Bible liking creepypastas as an adult. Sir, you need help and you need friends.
So I just pointed out to him, I'm like, dude, I do narrations because of requests. It's not that big a deal. But the fact that he dug deeper, he was irritated enough at the original video that he went and was like,
let me see what this guy's all about.
That made me giggle a little bit. I felt pretty accomplished. I was glad I got Mystic Novel Bro's attention. This is where it gets really good. So bear with me. In response to my last comment,
as a war monitor, people request I share gore vids. You don't see me saying yes, lol.
And I was like, cool flex, man. I was like, what the fuck is a war monitor? Like, I'm assuming self-explanatory, like you follow war? Awesome. So you just absorb horrible material all day. Because that's a great analysis of the world as a whole. I mean, I get it's a part of the world, but Jesus Christ, dude. That sounds like you need help. really. If you choose to ingest that, because as you go further, you explain how in it you are. So well, we'll just move on.
Yeah, I follow geolocations, OSINT coverage, arms trade traffic, and geopolitical happenings on such like matters, then share to my community on Discord. See, unlike you, I'm awake enough not to waste my time on theological nihilism. The world's got bigger problems than inside those in your bubble.
I'm like, wow, that's super cool, champ.
Yes, very. I can talk about hope for something better. You just despair and fall for every psyop you encountered.
And then he continues to go on. Holy fuck, man. I I don't know at what point you were gonna get to the fucking point of what you're saying, because you're all over the place talking to like 9 other people and 9 other threads, and then you're telling me like
I'm here for the popcorn, the
keep calling me a lol cow, and that was your entertainment. Like I was there for you. I mean, you can try to convince me what it is. I've been on the internet long enough, and I don't have to live on Reddit to know this, like yourself. You were obviously upset by it. It irritated you. You didn't like it. Okay, cool. But being a war monitor, that's not cool to anybody, I don't think, besides the people in your Discord. And I even told you, I'm like, sarcastically, I don't know if you picked up on that or not. Your community sounds super cool. A bunch of people. I've watched war videos. I ingest a lot of different content all over, but the fact that you're self-proclaimed, your claim to fame, I'm sorry, is that you're a war monitor. It really felt like a kid telling me that like in middle school that like his dad was in like a top secret fucking thing in the military but couldn't tell me. Like I think everybody met some kid like that's what this read as, and I'm like, I don't fucking give a shit, dude. So I mean, I think you need to calm down a little bit in YouTube. No one really cares, man. Keep doing your thing. I appreciate you trying to put an effort into insulting me. Again, I think they were kind of bad. Didn't require a lot of effort. A lot of the shit you said just kept repeating. That's why I just started replying penis to you, because it was very obvious that there was like no fuck. There's nothing going on really here. You can follow all the geolocation and arms trade traffic you want. That doesn't make you a better person. It especially doesn't like, as I said earlier, somebody who's going out of their way to say shit like this on the internet, it's not indicative of a happy person. And you cannot say otherwise. It just isn't. Yes, you are allowed to voice your opinion on the internet. I'm well aware of that. I'm not saying you can't, but it's just not indicative of a happy person. A happy person doesn't do those things. You can try and assure me otherwise all you want. I don't really care your reasonings. I'm telling you what it is. So I had fun reading these. I really did. I hope you enjoyed. So in conclusion, when I talk about a lot of these things, especially when it comes to the topic of religion, I will go out of my way to research certain aspects, but when I'm speaking objectively from my own personal opinions, there's nothing to research. It's how I feel. I might purport certain things, which I did. I said, things about there not being firsthand account of Jesus. And everybody that tried to refute those didn't do a good job of that either. So just throwing that out there, man. Out of like 400 comments, I'd be hard pressed to find someone that actually tried to have a legitimate conversation. I will say someone did approach me via email, so I do consider, besides me being able to make a video out of this, I will consider this like a plus, a win in a way. Someone reached out to me via email and wants to have a discussion about religion. I'm all about that. And I don't engage in this like bullshit like debate tactic. Like I enjoy having an honest conversation with people that are of differing viewpoints, because that's how you learn and grow as a person. But 90% of y'all in the comments were just fucking angry. You weren't really trying to have a conversation. You're trying to convince me I'm wrong, I'm stupid, I look like a clown, I didn't provide any evidence, blah, blah, blah. Instead of actually trying to put forth any fucking aspect of approachability there at all. So, like, what are you really trying to do? I mean, if you're just trying to troll on YouTube and be a piece of shit, mission accomplished, cool. We all win at the end of the day. So it is what it is. But look forward to that. I'm gonna interact with that person and try and set up some sort of interview of sorts, or just like discourse, really, because I think that's healthy. So appreciate you watching. Remember, God isn't real. Have a good one.